pilots of America. A challenge to compete in the first air race of its kind ever held. 66 laps around a 15-mile pylon course, flat out for 1,000 miles with no holds barred. No restrictions on horsepower, size, weight, or modifications. There were only 3 limiting regulations. Every entry had to be piston-powered, propeller-driven, and have a qualified pilot. The top racing teams of the nation accepted the challenge. From all over America, they came with their sleek aircraft, their brute horsepower. For 3 punishing days, they qualified and held briefings.
Are there any questions on practice or qualifying?
Yeah. Is there some possibility of having a fuel truck available in the pit today for alternate pilots so we don't have to taxi all the way back and refuel?
Okay. Is there room down on the end of the taxiway there to sit out of the way? In other words, we get down, there's too many, can we dog off and wait?
Yeah, it's real
Okay,
wide.
well,
Real wide and everything.
no sweat.
Like every airplane, too, today when you're practicing to make a maximum performance takeoff here, because you're going to have to do it in the race. The more practice you can get, the better it's going to be for you.
Myriad problems were solved at the briefings that led to the parade to the post of these quarter-century-old war horses. Today's race will be for 1,000 miles, 66 laps around a 15-mile pylon-marked course. This is a first time for a race of 1,000 miles. No 4-engine airliner has ever before been entered in such a race. Each pilot faces different problems and plans a different strategy.
It'll be about a 3.5-hour race, a 3-hour and 15-minute race, but it's a checkered flag finish. I mean, everybody finishes when the checkered flag goes.
Old airplanes mean continuous problems, up to the last minute.
If anybody knew of a 51 that wasn't racing, from which I could borrow a canopy.
A white airplane.
Those are 96s you're putting in there. Right. Those brand new ones you just gave me.
We can't go non-stop, no way. Listen, I'm electing to stop. I've told the pit I'm going to stop on the 25th lap just for a pilot change.
We have to turn inside the pilot, because that makes it a little bit tight for the 30.
These men are a breed apart. They earn their living in a variety of ways. They are doctors, advertising executives, cowboys, and professional pilots. They fly for the sheer joy of it.
I'd like to run takeoffs between 4:30 and 5, practice takeoffs on runway 30. And these multiple aircraft departures are encouraged because comes tomorrow, you're going to have a guy on each side of you or someplace, and let's not run into each other.
As the engines roar into life on the starting grid, the pilots settle into their cockpits for a punishing 3 hours, strapped into 2 tons of cleverly fashioned metal, hurtling only a few feet off the ground at speeds up to 400 miles per hour. When the green flag goes up, brakes are applied and throttles are eased forward. Tension mounts. When the green flag goes down, the race is on. The Roy Penhall in P-51 takes the lead immediately, which signals the beginning of a dangerous duel for first place with Bob Love in another P-51. Ron Reynolds' Bearcat slips past Gunther Balls on the straightaway. Bob Love, virtually on the deck, holds the lead for 3 laps. But the pace is too much. Throttle settings too high. Engine temperatures skyrocket. Love is forced to throttle back. Meanwhile, back in the pack, another battle develops among the multi-engine planes. Wally McDonald's B-26 bomber finds itself in a duel with Gene Akers' single-engine F-4U Corsair. This nightmare at high noon, which pilot Darrell Greenemeyer has dreamed up for a race, has sent cockpit temperatures soaring to the 160-degree mark.
You read me now? Yeah. Okay, let's switch off the aft tank, go to the auxiliaries, and be sure and use that boost pump. Miss America, give induction temp reading next day to leg. Miss America, Greenemeyer is out. Greenemeyer is out of the race.
The irony of it all. The first casualty is Darrell Greenemeyer, the man who conceived the race. He's down with a cockpit full of hot oil. Bob Guilford's F-4U is in for its first pit stop. Meantime, the 2 wise men of the race, Clay Lacey and Alan Polson, cruise coolly by in airliner comfort. As Metcalf's Sea Fury comes in for a pilot change to Lyle Shelton.
You're second place, I think, now, Bob.
I'm over the back of the
You got 33 laps, exactly half. How much fuel? We got about 30 to 40 left. We got plenty of gas. It registers about 30 on the gauge. We'll see right now exactly how it is. You know what? How fast is Sherman going? Real fast. Okay, then you can put on at least 37 inches. Well, that's the break point, I think.
Hey! Yeah! Oil can here!
Pit stops count for time. Get in and out as fast as possible.
Okay, got a screwdriver handy, anybody?
Yes, right there.
Don't let it all spray out!
Did you get the oil yet? Check that,
You gotta check it yet. I gotta look.
check that clamshell actuator.
How much
Let's
picture
have that
you
other
shoot?
fuel hose.
Give me another fuel hose.
It gets hot in here.
You're a little hot, huh, George?
If I got 27 to go.
Number 3.
He's going in pit 3. You park him, huh? John? Hey, did you get the back of his canopy? Here. You park him.
Idaho cattleman Mike Loening lost time on a long pit stop. This is no tortoise and hare affair. The big one is fast.
I see it. Pick up the shadow up by us. It's Bob Love. He's fastest on the left. There he goes under. Yeah, look at that guy go. Boy, he must be about 3 feet going around a pylon. Right on the deck.
Dr. Sherman Cooper has brought off a fast one. He fooled the field by never making his expected pit stop. For 3 hours without rest, he has endured murderous physical demands, lapped the field at least twice, flashes home the winner. Cliff Cummings, P-51, roars in a close second, and Mike Loening third. Clay Lacey and Alan Polson, who put an airliner up against the fastest prop-driven fighters, surprised everyone by starting in 20th position and finishing in 6th place. Cooper's Sea Fury had made a magnificent win. Super Snoopy drew a warm-hearted crowd. Owner-pilot Alan Polson enjoyed it.
How did we come in?
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know. I think we beat 14 or 15 people. Oh, we were indicating around 300 knots.
Your co-pilot always wears glasses.
Well, these DC-7s, you know, go pretty fast, and the wind's kind of bad in them.
A great plane, a great pilot. Dr. Sherman Cooper flew a tough, hard race.
Which pylon did I cut?
5.
Is that right?
Congratulations. Did you?
Boy, I was getting punchy real bad. So I thought, well, I'll fly high for a while and see what
What
happens.
did it feel like?
great.
Feels good to win.
Champagne here.
Would you like a little champagne?
Right here. Come on.
Have a little champagne. Be a sport.
That was good, huh?
You get over there with the
Boy, did you get tired?
The first 1,000-mile unlimited air race is history. More than 30,000 persons witnessed it. Thousands more flocked to the new air shows all over the nation. The era of the piston, the prop, and the pilot has not really been forgotten and now takes on a new and more exciting life, as we shall see in a moment. These two gentlemen may not look like it, but they are performers about to go on stage. They are about to step in front of an audience that is not out front, but rather is almost 2 miles below. This is the opening act in a modern air show. The scene is Southern California. Today it is an act that is becoming increasingly familiar to all America. The air show of today has everything the thrill-seeking audience could desire. It is a compendium of all the spine-chilling acts that stem from the old barnstorming days of early aviation. It brings out the crowds by the thousands. It has all the true flavor of an old-fashioned 4th of July picnic. There are flags and races, hot dogs, brave men, and beautiful women. Only in her 20s, Carolyn Salisbury is the premier ballerina of this air show. Carolyn Salisbury has put as much dedication and study into perfecting her airborne pirouettes as any disciple of the famed Ballet Russe. More than that, she has put her personal treasure into the construction of her specially designed aerobatic Clark's plane. She bought and paid for it herself. She knows full well what the poet meant when he wrote, "I've climbed the skies on laughter's silvered wings." When earthbound, Carolyn devotes herself to her work as an X-ray technician. Released from her hospital photographic dark room, she finds an escape in the heavens that has led her to the national second-place position among women aerobatic pilots. Joe Hughes is at the controls of his super steerman, a 600-horsepower brute of an airplane that serves as the mount for a brute of a man who rides it like an aerial cowboy. John Kasian climbs from the front cockpit to the upper wing. As he does so, he fights against a 100-mile-an-hour wind that seems determined to wrench him loose. Struggling into an erect position against a seemingly frail back support, he takes a position that he will maintain regardless of the attitude of the airplane. Anyone can stand on 2 feet. How does one take a bow from an airplane? Here's how. Carolyn Salisbury again, demonstrating the new sport of paragliding. The car tows her and she flies like a bird. 50 years ago, this airplane would have been a World War I Jenny. The car would have been an Apperson 8. The act would have been the same. Art Scholl is driving. Roy Sprague is piloting the Piper Super Cub. John Kasian is on the car's hood. Kasian is going to transfer from the car to airplane.
Got it. Go, John.
But first, he's going to crash through a wall of fire. A wall made of flaming boards that will only give way when his body smashes through at almost 100 miles per hour. Kasian's been a busy man. He had to brush off the flames, climb the rope ladder, haul it up after him before Roy Sprague could land. Top air show stars, John Kasian and Roy Sprague. A specially modified 260 horsepower de Havilland Chipmunk roars into the sky. At the controls, Art Scholl, who holds second place among national championship aerobatic pilots. Scholl, a professor of aeronautics at a California college, is thought by many to be supreme in his field. He achieves a mathematical precision in his aerobatic maneuvers, a precision that, in most instances, is the slim margin for him between a stunning exhibition or a flaming death. Scholl looks left as he is joined by Skip Volk in another Chipmunk. Wing on wing, they climb into a loop. There is no room for error. A miscalculation would spell tragedy. The plane, the prop, and the pilots are as one in this ballet in the heavens. Skip Volk climbs almost vertically to roll out in an Immelman at the top. Perhaps the most dangerous of all acts. Volk rolls inverted to take a canopy-to-canopy position with Art Scholl. And now, a loop, back to back. No room for error. A Russian team originated this maneuver. They died performing it. Scholl and Volk make it look easy and beautiful. Now, Art Scholl at full throttle builds up speed. A firm hand with the delicate touch of the artist on the controls. Scholl prepares to thrust his aircraft into a Lumschevak, a maneuver originated in Czechoslovakia. His Chipmunk appears to be completely out of control. It tumbles like a broken toy through the sky. Lumschevak means headache. One can see why it was chosen to describe this maneuver. Skip Volk looks up. Art Scholl lines up, picks his course carefully. They rush at each other. An intentional near miss. Volk watches Art Scholl as he enters another tumbling Lumshabat. Little wonder that today's air show is a real success, satisfying the public's demand for excitement and thrills, provided for them by the combination of Pistons, props, and pilots. The Pistons and the props are pretty much the same as the Barnstormers had. But the pilots are something else. Their skill exceeds the best of yesteryear.